Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story from ancient tradition. It's a tale about a magnificent, almost unbelievably proud civilization, and the one man who stood up and dared to challenge everything they held dear. So, just to set the scene, imagine a people so skilled, so powerful, that they didn't just build cities on the ground. No, they carved their palaces and their homes straight out of the mountainsides. This wasn't just architecture. It was a massive statement about who they were, their strength, and their place in the world. So who were these incredible builders? Well, before we get to the showdown, we really need to understand the society they built, the people of Ad. Let's take a look at their culture, what they believed in, and where all that pride came from. Okay, so these were the people of Ad. They lived in this legendary city called Iram, and they were famous for two things: their incredible physical strength and their genius-level building skills. Now, all that success led to this deep, unshakable pride. They truly believed that no one on earth could match them. And here's the really crucial part of the story. Tradition says they were the very first civilization after the Great Flood to turn away from one god and start worshiping idols they made with their own hands. And this wasn't just a small part of their culture, it was everything. It was the foundation of their society, their power, their daily life. Their whole world revolved around these statues. The big three were named Sod, Samud, and Hara. Huge statues were built for them, and everyone was expected to worship them. For the people of Ad, this wasn't just a belief system, it was the absolute, unquestioned reality of their world. But you know how these stories go. Right into the heart of this powerful, unified society, a single voice of dissent rises up to challenge everything. And that voice belonged to a man named Hud. Now here's the thing, Hud wasn't an outsider, he was one of them, from their own people, and actually a direct descendant of Noah. He believed he had a divine mission: to call his people back, to get them to turn away from the statues and return to the one God of their ancestors. And this really lays out the core of the conflict perfectly. On one side, you have the people of Ad. For them, power came from their own strength and their many gods. On the other side, you have Hud's message: your idols are just deaf and dumb pieces of stone. It was a fundamental clash between ancestral tradition and what he called divine truth. So as you can imagine, this wasn't some quiet, polite disagreement. Oh no, this was a full-blown public confrontation. So let's get right into the heart of it, the great debate between Hud and the leaders of his city. This right here was the main argument from the leaders of Ad. It wasn't really about logic or proof. It was about loyalty. To them, abandoning their gods meant betraying their entire history, their culture, their ancestors. It was unthinkable. And Hud's response is just